Hey guys, Lego Wiggin back with another video here. We got the Mythic Legions Silverhorn Sentry number 2, I guess you could say, or the reissue. Part of that Reinforcements 2 all-in order I did get. And I think, for the most part, everything's exactly the same, and we come with a new helmet. And I think that's the only difference, just a reissue. A lot of people really love this figure, and if you're looking at this, you could probably see why. These colors are great. I love the green, I love the horns. I love this figure. I love the hooves on the feet too. It looks really, really good. And I'm really excited and happy to have it. With Mythic Legions and most figures, I have a method, I guess, or a thought process of just don't look back. If I can't get it for retail, around retail, if not, yeah, I'm just not going to worry about it too hard because there is so many stuff coming out all the time. So when you get a surprise like this that gets reissued, I'm genuinely pretty happy with it because now I do have it and I don't have to worry. It wasn't like a high want, but I do have it and I love how this thing looks. It looks beautiful. This green with the gold, I just think it looks amazing. It is so nice. I love that green. I don't know how many other figures we have with this green, but it looks really, really good. But let's get into the articulation. Okay, I got everything taken off for the most part besides that belt on his hip right there that I don't feel like taking off right now. But getting straight into this articulation here, I'll show from the front, just the head down, head up. These horns do come off, by the way. And then you get this really, I just love left, right, like how that looks. I mean, obviously you can spin it like that, but I mean, you can do so much by doing that. In my opinion, it animates it so much more. And I'll show it from the side. That's all the way up, down. I'll go back up, and also kind of just show that off. I mean, I can turn all the way over and bend down a little bit, or like that. And I think it does a lot. It looks really good, in my opinion. But next, we're going to do this T-pose. My figures are always pretty cold, because I like the house cold. And I'm trying to find the elbows turned. So, you get a T-pose. As always, the pauldrons maybe restrict a centimeter, but the pauldrons are loose, so you can move it, take them off, they come off. But it's single jointed, everything rotates, hand rotates, bends, everything rotates, so it's pretty nice what you get here. Then we'll come over here, and we'll show the bend. Let me move this arm out the way a little bit, just put it back. Forward, you're not getting too much, and backward. Looks like you're not really getting too much on him, honestly, but you do get to go, you get this whole left, right, back, forward. It's not too much specifically on him. Maybe even less than normal, I would say, I feel like. But if you have a Mythic Legion, you know what you're getting into. Leg kicks all the way up, super soft plastic here. It's all single jointed, nothing is crazy like that. All twists. Like I said, this is a reissue, so nothing here is new. You're not getting nothing new. It's, if you have the first one, if you have a Mythic Legion at all, you know exactly what you have here. And I'll say it every time, I think it still works really, really good. Everything swivels, bends. You can make any pose work for the most part, and I do love it for that. And they are getting better at the articulation. But articulation-wise, I know what it is, and I like it. It's not for everybody, but I like it. But now, let's get into these accessories on this bad boy. Okay, so first starting off, though, we do have this belt right here that comes off. If you want it to, you can attach weapons to it. But I'll start off with this head that I do believe is the new head here. It looks pretty cool. We've gotten it a few different times, a few different figures. Not with this paint, though, and it looks really good. And you can put those antlers or any other horns that fit on there. You have this giant golden spear, which is really nice. I'll show off that size comparison. It is much taller than him. You have a very nice weapon, in my opinion. This nice sword. Love that gold. I love the colors on this guy. And probably my favorite weapon on him is just this shield. I love the gold, the brown. It looks good. Even the inside's painted. I love it. But he does not come with much. But it's a good amount, and I do like this figure a lot. But from here, we just have that size comparison, my final thoughts. So I'm going to go grab a few figures and get some size comparisons going. I also just want to show off this paint detail. I mean, it looks nuts all the way down him on the knees. It just looks really, really good. Underneath that skirt, you have it. this just looks really good in my opinion, and I really love that. So I just wanted to make sure we are getting some good close-ups of that gold and green. But I'm going to grab a few figures. I'll be right back now. Okay, so starting off, I'm going to grab some figures that, if you're watching my videos in order, or you've seen any of my other ones, you've already seen the review of them. Here's that Templar Relic Knight. And you'll see that these horns make these figures feel a lot bigger. These guys are basically the same size. I literally, like, the arms are identical on them, and so are the legs. But those horns do a lot. And I really like this, how those non-soft goods look. And here's the Cavern Dwarf, who's also a reissue. And you see, he's much smaller. The horns add a lot of height to him, though. But, man, they just look amazing together. They scale really good, in my opinion. Then I have two more. I'll do the Vampire first. We have Vampire Phalanx or something like that. It's a really cool figure. I love that all black on him. And they're basically the same size. He might be a little bit smaller, honestly, but it might be how I have him standing. But like I said, those horns make the Silverhorn Sentry just feel like a different beast. And now I'm getting ready to put this Gold Knight up here, who, once it comes, the Gold Knight, his head is definitely a lot taller, honestly, by the looks of it. Not too much, but a little bit, definitely tallest. But besides that difference, looking at it, the legs are exactly the same, arms are exactly the same, and chest is exactly the same. Skirt piece is also, not the skirt, but the waist piece right here is exactly the same, but not the front. And the pauldrons and head are different. So, you know, there's a lot of reuse in this line, but they do it so good that, like, it doesn't feel like reuse, and it just looks so good. And, you know, you can rip these guys apart and make anything you want. Like, black and gold, I think, is a really nice color together. So you can do a lot with that black and gold. But now, last one that I've done in the wave is that Legion, what's he, the Ogre. He's huge, but it doesn't even look that much bigger because of the horns. Those horns do a lot for our guy here. Next, I'm going to throw up Mezco Superman. Sorry about my hand in the way. And you see that Mezco Superman scales pretty good. He's pretty similar in height, actually. I really do love how Superman looks, these guys. And here's my Cyborg Superman. He doesn't fit in as well. He definitely, it scales pretty good. I mean, I don't know why they guys would meet, but it looks pretty good if you have any Mafex or Mezcos. And you want to compare. Getting into, let me see what else I have around here. We'll get into just the regular Marvel Legends here. As you can see, it's a good bit smaller, but it could work. I use that Spider-Man. I think he's a pretty good representation of regular height. If you, like me, you like the Sentinel figures, he's not straight up. But as you can see, much smaller. And I have a Toby I will throw up here. But I'm not going to lie, he might fall. Just with the way his standing goes. Okay, he is probably going to fall over. I'm going to hold his feet just in case. Now I'm going to lean him. And that's your fig art size. And this Toby is a little bit smaller, I think. I don't actually know. I don't have too many fig arts. But that's how your fig arts and Sentinel line up. And I believe that is all I have for size comparisons. I like to just show Anya next to things because she's super cool looking. As you can see, she's smaller than his legs. And she's fallen. I will show, I have one giant bear. The Silverhorn Sentry definitely looks like he would be out in the woods. And in the woods, there are bears. So, that's how he will compare to the Memory Toys Major Ursa bears. That's how it will compare. But from here, I think it's time just to get to those final thoughts and wrap this up. Okay, so I did get him posed up, and I did put that other helmet on him there. Scoot him up just so you can try to see it on and get a good look. And I will say, I'm not sure which helmet is the original for this figure. One of them is new. I'm not sure which one, but they both look really good. So overall with this figure, if you have a Mythic Legion, if you have this figure already, there's no reason to get this one. I feel like if you already have him. But me personally, I don't have him. If you're newer to the line, or if you want another, this is a great opportunity to get him. The articulation is exactly what you know and expect if you have one of these guys. Overall, I really love this one. It's one of my favorites. Maybe my whole collection, just based off that color scheme alone. I really love this green he has on here. It reminds me of that Lord of the Rings Lego set. You get a green very similar to this for the first time, and I love it. But overall, absolutely love this figure. Would recommend it to almost anyone if you are into this type of figures and like fantasy and all that. But that should be the end of this video, guys. If you like it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.